We are here. WesBeHonest is my first face-to-face interview. I got my little brother, aka Banx, here with us today. How you doing? How you feeling? How you living?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's Sunday. I woke up. I went to work. But hey, I gotta get that bag. Gotta get that money.
As your logo shows.
Yeah.
What inspired you to come up with that logo?
So technically, I shouldn't be saying this, but
Watch out.
this is the Monopoly guy, and I feel like life is like Monopoly, and I feel like we kind of have to move like Monopoly, but that's what really inspired it. I just recreated it to make it look like me,
Yeah.
and instead of him, I forgot what he was holding. He was holding the bag.
The Monopoly man himself?
Yeah, but this is my piggy bank, so
Yeah.
it's my savings. This is what I invest in myself with. So, yeah.
Yeah. If only we did pass go and collect $200. I feel like life. I need some back.
Yeah. That's actually the name of the brand is Pass Go.
Pass go. Yeah, you're right. I remember you telling me. About that.
So
That's
if
dope.
you ever want some merch, we got bucket hats. This is custom, one of one. Nobody else has this, but you definitely get some merch going on if you want some custom designs. Bucket hats are dropping soon though. If you're
Yeah.
interested in that.
So, you have your own, clothing.
I'm trying to start it up. I'm trying to work on a clothing brand at the same time of being an artist, But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing a bunch of different things. Dad hats, trucker hats, pants, shorts, shirts, polos, everything essentially. Like it'll all come together. But for right now, the bucket hat is like my how do you say it?
Your style,
It's my thing, you know what I'm saying? So, and that was actually inspired by Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy. He had a big bucket hat
You
thing
know what I'm
going
saying?
on.
So I used to listen to Schoolboy Q back in the day, and I would always wear a bucket hat since the high school days. So this is the first product because this is Boogiedown Banx. This is what represents him. So.
That's fire.
Just behind making music, I don't ever want to make a song where it's just, oh, I'll get in the studio 2 hours and I just, I did that. Like, it's more of a, if I'm going to the studio, like, I have to come up with something I need hits. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need hit records. Like, before, I feel like in the beginning, when you first start off, is whatever you come up with, whatever you're gonna create, like right there and right then, and then you want to just post everything out and get feedback, a lot of feedback. I feel like now that I gotten that feedback, I kind of know what lane that I want to be in and what lane I'm gonna stick to because it works out for me. If not saying that if I was to go a different lane, like it wouldn't, work for me, but this is the type of music that I'm starting to make now is the type of music that I want to keep on making because I like how it's more of a feeling music. It's more of like when people hear this music, they feel good or they can relate to what I'm saying because this has happened to them, or even if it hasn't happened to them, they can just understand like the meaning behind the music. But I always want people to, when they hear my music, I want people to get up and dance. I want them to groove with it. I want you to even if you know the words, sing along to it. Like that's the type of music I want to create. I don't want to just make any type of music with it.
You've dived into a lot of things. I mean, I remember walking in on you as you were doing a Spanish song.
Yeah. I definitely am trying to like dive into my Hispanic roots, and
because we are Spanish.
Yeah, and basically figure out that like how to it's learning the language because I was never taught the language, so I have to dive into my research and Duolingo and friends and all this stuff because for me it's hard, but just learning the language and being able to flow on a beat while also making sense of it because even sometimes like it's in Spanish music. Sometimes it don't make sense, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
To English, like it translates.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's more of a like an expression. Like it's more of a feeling. Like when people, when they talk, even down to the jokes. Like you translate them and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I definitely do different genres, but I always want to stick to the style that I have when I wouldn't say I'm rapping, but just like flowing. And I've done the Spanish. I've done where I first started. It was like conscious rap, a lot of conscious rap, and that was because of the rappers that I was listening to back at that time.
Yeah.
Were more of the conscious rappers. So it kind of influenced my music, and just like any music that I listen to now, I kind of feel like it influences the music that I'm going to put out. So.
And what rappers were you influenced by? I mean, obviously growing up, my favorite rapper was Joel Santana and Jay-Z. So at that time, what was your rappers? Who were you influenced by? And how did the people you listen to now? How does that kind of change the music you make now? Are you still listening to those rappers?
So I used to be heavy on Joey Badass and Capital Steez and Absol, Kendrick Lamar, the whole TDE, Nas, and those rappers influenced my music because I feel like at that time I was making that type of music, that gritty New York style music, the boom bap. Like I was doing boom bap heavy. I actually have a project that I worked on with CJ where it was called Enjoy the Show, and that was heavy. He's also from New York, so that was like straight boom bap all day, and we even mixed like R&B boom bap into it as well, and did some slow songs. But that was, yeah, I was definitely heavily influenced by the hip hop scene. I want to say the rappers that I listen to now, or artists that I listen to now, they're definitely different from the artists that I used to listen to, because it's just a new time and age. Rap or hip hop that we call today is not the same hip hop that we called 20 years from now or 20 years ago. So it has evolved in numerous ways and branched out to even subgenres like alternative hip hop, and so. The rappers that I listen to now, I still do listen to Joey. It's just not the same. It's just not as like I used to listen to.
He doesn't drop music as often.
He doesn't, exactly. Most rappers that I used to listen to back then don't drop as much music as they should. But it's, life hits you, and you gotta handle it how you handle it. But a lot of it was Joey Badass. But now I listen to a lot of Drake. I'm not gonna lie, I can honestly listen to Drake like all day, and I won't get tired of it, because he has a bunch of different, like different.
Trying to be a rapper, because you're more than just you're a son, you're a brother, you have a rap career going on. You work. You know what I mean? Boyfriend. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
Honestly, I want to say the biggest challenge of it all is being consistent. Like you have to be, at least if you want to be in this industry, or in any industry, or just to do anything, like you have to be consistent. You have to not give up and be devoted to doing just that, and putting your mind to it. And a lot of the times you think that it's not possible, but if you put your mind to it, that shit is really possible. I've never thought that I would even build that garage booth. I never thought that I would have to do it. There was obstacles that came with that too. Like I had somebody else that was supposed to be doing it for me, and I paid them, and they did it wrong, and I ended up having to fire them, and basically just doing it myself. And I took and it took a long time. I had to ask for help friends, family to come to my mom's garage so that way I can get it done, because I knew that if I didn't put any effort into it, it would have just stayed how it was, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get it done, and I made it happen. It was a tough grind. I knew nothing about drywall. I knew nothing about insulation. I know nothing about freaking a 2x4. Like, I couldn't tell you the difference between a 2x4 and a half an inch or whatever the heck they call it, because I don't know none of that stuff. But I ended up doing the research and looking up YouTube videos and putting in hard work and sweat, because it ain't cold in no garage. There ain't no AC in there. So.
Yeah.
But even moving past that, I had obstacles where the people around me who had the knowledge and the equipment to record me or do what I wanted to do, and you know what I'm saying, they were busy. So I had to find a way to record, you know what I'm saying, get my recordings done how I wanted to get them done. And that actually led me into going to Full Sail, because, you know, Full Sail gives you all of the equipment that you need to succeed, really. And, you know, when I first got the equipment that they gave me, it's a real basic setup, but it gets the job done. You know, I end up eventually, you know, upgrading after. Now that Full Sail provided me the equipment, not only can I record myself, but I can record other people and now create a business to where I'm making money and I'm able to even get better equipment. I've been rewatching a lot of shows, so it's not like nothing new, but I've been watching like How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
I've been rewatching like I've been watching Martin.
I put on Martin for the other day too. I watched My Wife and Kids.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, honestly, growing up, like, all the dad's jokes come from those shows. Like, just
like the 90s shows.
Yeah, like just the little corny little. I mean, I love My Wife and Kids, but you just feel like.
Yeah, he's funny, that bald guy.
That bald David Wings.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny guy.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I've been watching.
I'm a fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's just, I haven't finished like all of the seasons, but I'll definitely get time to watch that.
I was watching Sopranos and I got to the last season, but everybody says the last episode is so bad, so I just like stopped just because I don't want to, like, you know, like, I know you probably never watched Sopranos, but Sopranos is a really good show.
I remember like watching it with you guys when y'all were rewatching it with Mom. Like, y'all, I just remember a time frame in my life where you guys were watching. You guys were rewatching The Sopranos.
It was probably her and Grandma. I never watched it.
Maybe, but also, if you haven't watched The Wire, you're tripping.
If you haven't watched The Wire by now, you're living under a rock.
You're really tripping, because that show is old, and like, you should be up to date on it.
All of HBO shows.
It's like one of Idris Elba's first like TV series.
TV series, yeah. House of Dragon's about to come back. I don't think you started on
I'm not a game
He's not a gamer. He's more of a, it has to be a...
I've watched the first episode like 5
fiction.
times, and it's just not sticking to me to want to watch the next episode.
He doesn't like dragons and stuff.
I do,
like
though.
this.
It's just like, there's Damsel. There's that movie Damsel on Netflix.
I haven't seen that. But
it's a pretty good one. Who's
in that? Maybe I have seen
the girl from
Netflix trying to shove their...
11 from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
She's in there. She's the main character.
Netflix will drop something and they just instantly just try to shove it down your throat.
Yeah, like number 10 or number 1.
They must got something going on with Adam Sandler, because there's a new Adam Sandler movie
every
on
like
Netflix.
month.
Every day. Every
day.
day. They got him on that Space Jam contract where he's just chained to the... Remember Space Jam? Where they had Michael Jordan and he had to play the kids and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's a very deep analogy. But they got Sandler out there and he's like struggling. Someone save Sandler.
Yeah.
But all right, that's cool. Thanks for doing this, man. We're gonna get him. He's gonna perform real quick. No, I'm kidding.
He's doing no performance.
Thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
All right, thanks everybody.